Hey everybody, welcome back. We did it. We made it through another week. Made it back for our trivia night again, Monday night. If you have played with us before, you know the drill. You know how this works. If you have not played with us, well, here's the drill. Here's how this works. I am going to ask you some questions. You are going to try to answer those questions. You are more than welcome to play along passively just to see how much you know, but if you want to be part of our real-time competition, you will need to submit your answers on my answer form. So whether you're playing solo, whether you're playing as a team with your household, or whether you are putting together a socially distant team through whatever technology you choose, I want you to select or nominate one member of your team to be responsible for submitting the answers. You can get to that answer sheet one of two ways. If you're on your computer, the easiest thing is just to click on the link below the video in the description. That'll take you to the submission form. If you're playing on Apple TV or tablet or some other device that's tough to switch screens back and forth, just hold your phone camera up to the QR code you see on your screen next to my head. Both of those will take you to the same place. A couple of quick notes about the answer sheet. I am going to ask you, it's going to make the technical aspect a lot easier on my end if you can do two things for me. One is to make sure you're selecting the correct round number every round. You'll use the same answer sheet for every round, just choose a different round number. The other note is that I would like you to use the same team name every time. So I don't care what team name you use, just pick something that's going to be easy for you to remember, easy for you to type. Because it's going to make my job a lot easier if you choose the same exact name every round. So the computer will recognize you as you play as the same team. There'll be 8 rounds of trivia total. Each question is just worth 1 point, except for our final round will be worth double. No prizes for playing tonight because I don't want to encourage you to Google answers. But I will be giving out a code that you can use for 10% off your next order. So everybody gets a participation prize. Feel free to use the chat if you'd like. If you have technical difficulties, if you need me to repeat a question, if you want to complain about the questions or recommend categories for the future or banter with other teams or whatever, I just ask that you do not put your answers in the chat. Other than that, pretty much anything goes. I'm going to try to speed things up just a little bit from the last couple of weeks, see if we can get out of here in closer to, I don't know, an hour and 15 minutes or something instead of the 90 minutes that we've done the last couple of times. Jason, that fermenting tank looks really surprised to see you. Yeah, somebody should come up with a name for that tank. That all of our other tanks are inanimate, but that one has googly eyes. I guess it has a personality or something, but I don't think it has a name yet. So if anybody's got any good ideas, let me know. One of the ways I started to say I'm going to try to speed things up is by not repeating every question. I sort of got in the habit of doing that when we were playing live at the bar with all kinds of distractions and other noise and stuff going on. But hopefully we don't have a whole bunch of other noise and distractions going on right now. So I'm going to try just reading each question once, and you can let me know. I'm still happy to repeat a question during that 2 minutes that you got to think. So if you do need me to repeat a question, let me know. But otherwise, we'll just try to move on with just once per question. I think it'll be okay. So get your round 1 answer sheets ready. Get your teams together, and we'll go ahead and get started here. Round 1, I'm going to ask you some questions about edible TV characters. Here we go with round 1, question 1. Tina Fey portrayed what sitcom protagonist whose interests include Star Wars and sandwiches? Question 2. Ginger Grant was the name of the movie star on what 1960s series? Question number 3. Charles Schulz modeled what befreckled character after his cousin Patricia Swanson? Number 4, what fruit-themed character first appeared on greeting cards and featured in several animated TV specials in the 1980s? Question number 5. Patty Mayonnaise and Tommy Pickles both appeared in television shows that originally aired on what cable network? Number 6. Michael Stivic was the name of Archie Bunker's son-in-law. By what nickname did Archie usually refer to him? And number 7. Anne Francis portrayed what title private detective in a short-lived series produced by Aaron Spelling? That is it for round 1. Yeah, it goes a lot quicker when I'm just reading each question once. Let me know if that's too fast or if you guys still have time to think. We're still going to do the 2-minute timer here. Get our little countdown going. If there's something you need me to read again, just let me know in the chat, and I'm happy to do that. But you got 2 minutes to get your answers for round 1 turned in. Again, the category edible TV characters. 30 seconds left to get those round 1 answers turned in. All right, looks like we got some answers. Give me just a second to get these scored here. All right, I'd like to welcome all the teams we have playing. We've got Team Mohawk, John and Steve, Third Wheel, Pinky and the Brain, Bedford Road, Crew Fans 5. Looks like 6 teams, so 6 teams total. If I did not read a team name for you, that's because I didn't get an answer sheet for you. This is your last chance to get those round 1 answers in if you haven't done so already. Will you start reading the questions twice? Yeah, I can do that if that's easier. I don't have a problem doing that. I wasn't sure if it was redundant or if it actually helped people or not, but that's no problem. I can read them twice. Okay, I don't see any more answers coming in, so let's go ahead and move on with our answers for round 1. No perfect scores that time. Here we go. Question number 1 was, Tina Fey portrayed what sitcom protagonist whose interests include Star Wars and sandwiches? It's the protagonist from 30 Rock. Her name is Liz Lemon. Number 2, Ginger Grant was the name of the movie star on what 1960s series? Gilligan's Island. Number 3, Charles Schultz modeled what befreckled character after his cousin Patricia Swanson, and her name is Peppermint Patty. Number 4, what fruit-themed character first appeared on greeting cards and featured in several animated TV specials in the 1980s? I don't think anybody got this one. The character I was going for there was Strawberry Shortcake. Strawberry Shortcake. Number 5, Patty Mayonnaise and Tommy Pickles appeared in television shows that originally aired on what cable network? Those shows were Doug and Rugrats, respectively, and they both aired on Nickelodeon. Number 6, Michael Stivic was the name of Archie Bunker's son-in-law. By what name did Archie usually refer to him? Meathead. Meathead was his nickname. And number 7, Anne Francis portrayed what title private detective in a short-lived series produced by Aaron Spelling? I think this show was on for 1 season in like the late 60s. One team got this right. It's Honey West. Honey West is her name. She was also the star of some novels that came out in that time. Tonight I'm drinking the Parsons North Kolsch. I'm drinking the Kolsch because I wanted to let you know about another video series that we are doing here. Our brewer Seth has started doing some sort of beer school type videos. He did his first one this week, and it's all about the Mexican lager, the history of the style, how it compares to other beers of that style, and a little bit of technical stuff about the brewing. If you want to check that out, it should be able to find it in the videos section of our YouTube channel. If you don't want to miss videos like that, make sure you're subscribing to the channel. He's doing another one this week about the Kolsch, so I figured I'd drink the Kolsch tonight in sort of solidarity or something with that. Let's move on here to round 2. Round 2, if you need if you don't have the answer sheet up, you'll need to get that up again. You can use the same answer sheet every round. Just hit the button at the bottom that says submit another response, and it'll take you to a new form. So make sure you're choosing the same team name and you're entering round 2 this time around. And we'll go ahead and move on with round 2. Round 2 is going to be a history round. I'm going to ask you some questions about things that happened on April 24th. So it's today in history, and yeah, I'll read these twice if that was going too quick the last time around, or if I was cutting out or anything, if people were having technical problems. Here we go with round 2, question number 1. Who was the 8th and final leader of the Soviet Union who resigned as General Secretary of the Communist Party on August 24th, 1991? Again, number 1, who was the 8th and final leader of the Soviet Union who resigned as General Secretary of the Communist Party on August 24th, 1991? Question 2. On August 24th, 1989, a ruling from Baseball Commissioner A. Bartlett Giamatti issued who a lifetime ban from baseball amidst accusations of improper gambling? We're going in reverse chronological order here, by the way, for this category. So number 2, again, on August 24th, 1989, a ruling from Baseball Commissioner A. Bartlett Giamatti issued who a lifetime ban from baseball amidst accusations of improper gambling? Question number 3. What treaty, signed by 11 European states plus the United States, contains a mutual self-defense clause and took effect on August 24th, 1949? Again, number 3. What treaty, signed by 11 European states plus the U.S., contains a mutual self-defense clause and took effect on August 24th, 1949? Number 5. What Argentine author of the short story collection Labyrinths was born August 24th, 1899? Again, number 5. What Argentine author of the short story collection Labyrinths was born August 24th, 1899? Here we go with number 6. On August 24th, 1816, a treaty named for what Midwestern city was signed between the United States and various Native American peoples? Again, number 6. On August 24th, 1816, a treaty named for what Midwestern city was signed between the United States and various Native American peoples? And our final question for our history round, we're going way back for this one. Number 7, the sack of Rome of 410 AD occurred on August 24th, the culmination of an invasion by what Germanic tribe led by King Alaric I? Again, number 7, the sack of Rome of 410 AD occurred on August 24th, the culmination of an invasion by what Germanic tribe led by King Alaric I? Tim says, did we skip number 5? Oh, you know what we skipped was number 4. Sorry about that. I'll go back and read number 4 again. You can, if you get them out of order, don't worry about it. I can tell which order we are, or which questions you're talking about. So number 4 here, if you have them in order, this would be number 4. If not, just put this one at the end, and that's fine. August 24th, 1932 saw who become the first woman to fly solo nonstop coast to coast across the United States? Number 4 again, August 24th, 1932 saw who become the first woman to fly solo nonstop coast to coast across the United States? Thanks for catching that, Tim. We'll put 2 minutes on the clock here. You got a couple of minutes to get those answers filled out and turned in. Got some answers coming in here. Last call to get those answers in for round 2. Looks like that was a little bit tougher round for people than some of our other ones. The high score that time was 5 out of 7. So if you struggled with that one, you were not alone. Let's go over our answers for today in history. Number 1, who was the 8th and final leader of the Soviet Union who resigned as General Secretary of the Communist Party on August 24th, 1991? His name was Mikhail Gorbachev. Number 2, on August 24th, 1989, a ruling from Baseball Commissioner A. Bartlett Giamatti issued who a lifetime ban from baseball amidst accusations of improper gambling. He was the manager for the Cincinnati Reds at the time. His name was Pete Rose. Number 3, what treaty, signed by 11 European states plus the U.S., contains a mutual self-defense clause and took effect on August 24th, 1949. That is called the North Atlantic Treaty, which led to the inaction. I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for. Led to the organization known as the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO. So if you put North Atlantic Treaty or NATO, you got the point there. Number 4, August 24th, 1932, saw who become the first woman to fly solo, non-stop, coast-to-coast across the United States? That's Amelia Earhart. Number 5, what Argentine author of the short story collection Labyrinths was born on August 24th, 1899? His name is Jorge Luis Borges. Number 6, on August 24th, 1816, a treaty named for what Midwestern city was signed between the United States and various Native American peoples? There were actually a few, or at least a couple, treaties named for this city signed between the United States and Native American groups, and they're all called the Treaty of St. Louis. St. Louis is the answer. And number 7, the sack of Rome of 410 AD occurred on August 24th, the culmination of an invasion by what Germanic tribe led by King Alaric I? That's the Visigoths. The Visigoths is the answer. Although at the time they were just called the Goths, Visigoths was a term coined later to differentiate them from the Ostrogoths. So if you put Goths or Visigoths, you got the point for that one. We're going to move on to round 3. Before we do that, I want to tell you what's going on in the brewery this week. Look out for a new infusion this week. It's going to be a chili lime version of our Mexican lager. That one should be pretty good. I bet that'll sell pretty quickly. Also, check out our Facebook page. There's a link to a blood drive that'll be happening here on Thursday, so you can get signed up for that. I'm pretty sure it's by appointment only. We're not going to have big crowds of people or anything. But if you want to sign up for the blood drive on Thursday, check out the link on our Facebook page. Round 3 is our sports round tonight. Round 3, I'm going to ask you some questions about some more obscure sports. If you happen to be playing at the bar on November 18th of last year, this may look familiar. This is a rerun category. I don't know how many people would remember that. You have to have been here that night and have a pretty good memory. But anyway, round 3, obscure sports. Get your answer forms ready for round 3. Question number 1. There we go. Question number 1. A multi-million-dollar industry in the Middle East has been built around racing what animals through the desert? Again, number 1. A multi-million-dollar industry in the Middle East has been built around racing what animals through the desert? Number 2. First played on American college campuses in 2005, the real-life version of what sport involves no flying? The players simply hold their broomsticks between their legs. Again, number 2, first played on American college campuses in 2005, the real-life version of what sport involves no flying? The players simply hold their broomsticks between their legs. Question number 3. A world championship is held most Novembers in Delaware to see how far purpose-built machines can hurl what vegetables? Number 3 again, a world championship is held most Novembers in Delaware to see how far purpose-built machines can hurl what vegetables? Question 4. What game, popular as a women's sport in Australia and New Zealand, is like basketball if you take away the backboards and the dribbling? Again, number 4. What game, popular as a women's sport in Australia and New Zealand, is like basketball if you take away the backboards and the dribbling? Question number 5. Traditionally, the team competing in what Finnish racing sport was a married couple? Again, question 5. Traditionally, the team competing in what Finnish racing sport was a married couple? Number 6. Buzkashi, the national sport of Afghanistan, consists of players on horseback trying to toss not a ball but what into a goal? Number 6 again, Buzkashi, the national sport of Afghanistan, consists of players on horseback trying to toss not a ball but what into a goal? And our final question about obscure sports, number 7. What do competitors at Cooper's Hill near Gloucester, England, chase after, which is sent rolling down ahead of the racers? Again, number 7. What do competitors at Cooper's Hill near Gloucester, England, chase after, which is sent rolling down ahead of the racers? We'll get our 2 minutes on the clock here. Got a couple of minutes to get those answers turned in. Got about 10 seconds left to get those answers in for round 3. All right, we have all the answers here. I think so. Let's go ahead and go over our answers for round 3. Obscure sports. Number 1, a multi-million-dollar industry in the Middle East has been built around racing what animals through the desert? That's camels. Camels is the answer. And actually, they're controlled by robots these days. They don't even have anybody riding them. People drive alongside in their cars and have like controllers that I don't know exactly how it works, but they yell at the camels or whip them or something through remote control. Number 2, first played on American college campuses in 2005, the real-life version of what sport involves no flying? The players simply hold their broomsticks between their legs. I think everybody got this one. That's Quidditch from Harry Potter. Number 3, a world championship is held most Novembers in Delaware to see how far purpose-built machines can hurl what vegetables. The competition is called Pumpkin Chunkin', and those vegetables are pumpkins. Number 4, what game, popular as a women's sport in Australia and New Zealand, is like basketball if you take away the backboards and the dribbling? That's called netball. Netball is the answer. Number 5, traditionally the team competing in what Finnish racing sport was a married couple? You don't have to be married anymore to compete. The Finnish word for it is oikonkanto or something. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that translates to wife carrying. Wife carrying is the racing sport. Although, like I said, you don't have to be married anymore. Number 6, buzkashi, the national sport of Afghanistan, consists of players on horseback trying to toss not a ball, but what into a goal? It's a goat carcass. A decapitated goat carcass is what they use. I think a couple of teams got that right. And number 7, what do competitors at Cooper's Hill near Gloucester, England chase after, which is sent rolling down ahead of the racers? That would be a wheel of cheese. If you put cheese, you got number 7 right. Round 4 is our last round of the half. Round 4, as usual, is going to be our picture round. Our picture round tonight is European flags. I just want you to tell me, these are national flags of countries in Europe. I just want you to tell me what country it is we are looking at. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 minutes on the clock here. Go ahead and get your answer sheet ready for round 4 and tell me what European country is represented by the flags that you see on your screen. All right, go ahead and get those answers in for round 4. Answers coming in here. Give me just a second to get these scored. All right, let's get these the picture back up here, and then we'll go over the answers here. Round 4, we had our first perfect score of the night. Crew Fans 5 got all 7 of these correct, so congratulations to them. Number 1 there with the black two-headed eagle, that's Albania. Number 2 is Norway. Number 3, Estonia. That's my favorite of the those tricolor flags. It's a little bit different than just the red, white, and blue ones that there's like, I don't know, 3 or 4 of. Number 4 in the middle, that's the UK. Or Great Britain. I give it to you if you put Great Britain. Number 5 is Greece. Number 6 is Spain. And number 7, Turkey. People did pretty well on that one, I think. Had lots of, several 5s, or a couple of 5s and a 6 and a 7. Oops. Let's take a look at our leaderboard here at the half. Oh, Team Mohawk, I'll have to fix your score. That should... Give me just a second here. We'll go back to that. That looks better. Okay, here's what our leaderboard looks like right now. Third wheel leading the way with 22 points. Crew Fans 5 with 19 points in second place. We have a tie for third, 16 points apiece for John and Steve and Pinky and the Brain, and 15 points apiece. A tie again at fifth place. Team Mohawk and Bedford Road each have 15 points. Do we need a halftime break? Usually I take a couple of minutes here. I was thinking about just powering through, if that's okay with you guys. Jason, that does not look better. Well, you're tied. You're not in last all alone there. Yeah, let's not take a break here. Let's just move straight into round 5. Round 5 is going to be about trees. This is our sort of sciencey category for the night, all about trees. So go ahead and get your round 5 answer sheet ready to go. And we'll move straight into round 5. Our first question about trees is, what national tree of Canada is the wood of choice for bowling alley lanes and many musical instruments? Number 1 again, what national tree of Canada is the wood of choice for bowling alley lanes and many musical instruments? Number 2, the oldest known tree is a 4,800-year-old bristlecone pine in California that was given what biblical name by scientists? Number 2 again, the oldest known tree is a 4,800-year-old bristlecone pine in California that was given what biblical name by scientists? Question number 3. A likely origin of what superstition is the Celtic folklore belief that spirits reside in trees and can be invoked for protection? Number 3 again, a likely origin of what superstition is the Celtic folklore belief that spirits reside in trees and can be invoked for protection? Question number 4. Hyperion is the name given the tallest known living tree specimen. What species of tree is Hyperion? Again, number 4, Hyperion is the name given the tallest known living tree specimen. What species of tree is Hyperion? Question number 5. Cornus is a genus recognizable by its distinctive bark and better known by what name? Again, number 5. Cornus is a genus recognizable by its distinctive bark, better known by what name? In other words, what do we call trees with the genus Cornus? Number 6, what is the name of the mythical immense ash tree that connects the 9 realms in Norse cosmology? Number 6 again, what is the name of the mythical immense ash tree that connects the 9 realms in Norse cosmology? And question 7. The aromatic oil from what family of trees is commonly used in cough drops and decongestants? Our last question again for trees. The aromatic oil from what family of trees is commonly used in cough drops and decongestants? That's all I got about trees. Let's put our 2 minutes on the clock here. Got a couple of minutes to get those answers filled out and turned in to me. And then we'll move on to our audio round. Can you read question number 3 again? Sure, yeah. A likely origin of what superstition is the Celtic folklore belief that spirits reside in trees and can be invoked for protection? All right, 10 seconds left to get those answers in. please repeat 6? Oh, sure. Sorry. Yeah. What is the name of the mythical immense ash tree that connects the 9 realms in Norse cosmology? All right, go ahead and get those answers in to me. Like I said, we got all our answers in. Let's go over our answers for round 5. That was a tough round, or at least I thought it was a tough round, but we did get a couple of 6s out of 7s on that one. Number 1, what national tree of Canada is the wood of choice for bowling alley lanes and many musical instruments? That's the tree whose leaf is on the Canadian flag here. That's maple. Number 2, the oldest known tree is a 4,800-year-old bristlecone pine in California that was given what biblical name by scientists? Named after the oldest person in the Bible. His name is Methuselah, and that's also what they call the tree. Number 3, a likely origin of what superstition is the Celtic folklore belief that spirits reside in trees and can be invoked for protection? That's knocking on wood or touching wood. You put knock on wood, that got you the point. Number 4, Hyperion is the name given the tallest known living tree specimen. What species of tree is Hyperion? That's a coast redwood or a California redwood or giant redwood. They're all the same. There's a couple of different species of redwood, but generally when people say redwood, that's what they're talking about. So if you put redwood or any of those variations, you got it right. Number 5, Cornus is a genus recognizable by its distinctive bark and better known by what name? There's a little joke in the question there. Dogwood is what we're talking about with its distinctive bark. Although dogwood trees do have distinctive bark, they have like a scaly looking bark that kind of comes off in chunks. Number 6, what is the name of the mythical immense ash tree that connects the 9 realms in Norse cosmology? It is called Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil is its name. A couple of teams got that one. And number 7, the aromatic oil from what family of trees is commonly used in cough drops and decongestants? Also the favorite food of koalas, right? Eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is what we're talking about there. Round 6. Here we go with round 6. Round 6 is going to be our audio round. Our theme for today is Songs of the Week. I think you'll figure out how these fit together here. What I want from you this time is the song title. The song title, not the artist. But you should figure out a pattern in these song titles here as we go along. So we're just going to get right into it with Songs of the Week. Again, the answer that I want you to put on your score sheet is the song title. Here we go with question number 1.
Every other day, every other day, every other day, every other day of the week is fine, yeah. But whenever Monday comes, you can find me crying all of the time.
That was number 1 for Songs of the Week. Again, I want the song title. Hopefully everybody could hear that okay. Let me know if you have any problems with it. Here's number 2. Number 3.
I can hear the soft breathing of the girl that I love as she lies here beside me, asleep with the night, and her hair in a fine mist floats on my pillow.
We're kind of oldies heavy this this week and last week a little bit too. So we'll try to get some newer ones in next week. This will be number 4.
All of my life I tried so hard, doing my best with what I had. Nothing much happened all the same.
Here's number 5.
Tuesday's grey and Wednesday too. Thursday, I don't care about you. It's
Number 6.
Dig this. I got in town a month ago. I seen a lot of girls since then. If I could meet 'em, I could get 'em. But as yet I haven't met 'em. That's why I'm in the shape I'm in.
And number 7.
Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head. It didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert.
We'll play through those one more time here. Again, what I want from you is the song title. Songs of the week. Here we go again.
Every other day, every other day, every other day, every other day of the week is fine, yeah. But whenever Monday comes, you can find me crying all of the time.
I can hear the soft breathing of the girl that I love as she lies here beside me, asleep with the night. And her hair in a fine mist floats on my pillow. All of my life I tried so hard, doing my best with what I had. Nothing much happened all the same. I don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday's grey and Wednesday too. Thursday, I don't care about you. It's
Dig this. I got in town a month ago. I seen a lot of girls since then. If I could meet 'em, I could get 'em. But as yet I haven't met 'em. That's why I'm in the shape I'm in.
Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head. It didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert.
That is it for our songs of the week. I know there's a couple of tough ones in there, but hopefully the pattern that you will have figured out almost immediately will help you with those titles. You got about a minute and a half or so now to get those answers turned in to me. Looks like we got all our answers in. We'll go ahead and go over our answers for round 6, our audio round, songs of the week. Number 1, that was the Mamas and the Papas with Monday, Monday. Number 2, Leonard Skinner there with Tuesday's Gone. Number 3 was Simon and Garfunkel. That song's called Wednesday Morning, 3 a.m. Number 4 is David Bowie singing Thursday's Child. Number 5 was The Cure. That's Friday, I'm in Love. Number 6 was Sam Cooke with Another Saturday Night. And number 7, Chris Christopherson singing one of his signature songs, Sunday Morning Coming Down, is the last one. If anybody has things they want me to ask about, feel free to suggest categories in the chat or some other way. I'm happy to try to make a category about something that you're interested in or something that your team would do well in. But for now, we are just going to move on to round 7. Round 7, here's the way this is going to work. I am going to give you the name of an airline, and I want you to tell me what country that airline is from. So sort of a geography-ish category here. Again, I will just name an airline for you. Food category. Yeah, I didn't have a food category. Well, we sort of had a food category this week with the TV characters, I guess. That was the closest we had to a food category this week. But I usually try to get some food and drink in there, so I'll make sure we have one for next week. So here we go with round 7. Get your answer sheets ready for round 7, country by airline. Number 1, Aegean Airlines. Again, number 1, Aegean Airlines. Number 2, El Al. Number 2 is El Al. Again, I just want to know the country that these airlines are headquartered in. Number 3, Air Asia. Number 3 again, Air Asia. Number 4, Qantas. Number 4 is Qantas Airlines. Number 5 is Lufthansa. Lufthansa. Number 6, KLM. KLM. And our final airline, Aer Lingus. Number 7 is Aer Lingus. We'll get our 2 minutes on the clock here. Got a couple of minutes to get those answers turned in. Looks like we're getting some of your answers coming in here. About 10 seconds or so to get those answers in if you haven't done so already. I think we got just about everybody's in.
Every other day, every other day, every other day.
Sorry about that. All right, looks like we got all our answers. We actually had 3 perfect scores that round. 3 7 out of 7s. Some World Travelers on Third Wheel, Crew Fans, and Bedford Road. All 3 of those teams got all of them. But let's go over our answers here. Number 1, Aegean Airlines. That's Greece. Number 2, El Al is Israel. Number 3, Air Asia. They're headquartered in Malaysia. Number 4, Qantas. That's actually an acronym. Queensland and Northern Territory Air Service, I think, is what it stands for. No U, but they say Qantas anyway. That's Australia. Number 5, Lufthansa is from Germany. Number 6, KLM is the Netherlands. KLM stands for something in Dutch that means Royal Airline Company or something like that. Number 7 is Aer Lingus, and that is Ireland. Ireland is our final question for that round. Let's check in on our leaderboards again here. As we go into the final round, remember the final round is worth double points. So you do have a little bit of an opportunity to catch up if you're not in the lead right now. So right now in 6th place we have John and Steve with 23 points, followed by Team Mohawk with 27 points, and Bedford Road with 31 points. A tie at 2nd place, 33 points apiece for Pinky and the Brain and Crew Fans 5. But right now with 39 points, remember it's double points, so it's not really a runaway here, but Third Wheel is in 1st place with 39 points. Let's go ahead and move on to round 8. Can you guys still see me? The lights just kind of went off in here. I guess I'm sitting still for too long. I need to get up and move around and get the motion sensors back on. But if you can see me, I'm not too worried about it. Actually, it's probably better if you can't see me, as long as you can hear me. Our final category is from A to Z. 2 points apiece for these rounds, or these questions from A to Z. I think you're going to figure out how this round will work. Not too complicated. So get your round 8 answer sheets ready. Question number 1. What island was home to Al Capone from 1934 to 1939? Again, question 1. What island was home to Al Capone from 1934 to 1939? Some of these are going to be tougher questions since it is our final round. Just try to keep that category in mind as you're coming up with the answers. Number 2, Come On Babe, Why Don't We Paint the Town? Begin the lyrics to what opening number of the 1975 musical Chicago? Again, number 2, Come On Babe, Why Don't We Paint the Town? Begin the lyrics to what opening number of the 1975 musical Chicago? Number 3, what American portrait artist was the last person to professionally photograph John Lennon before his death in 1980? Number 3 again, what American portrait artist was the last person to professionally photograph John Lennon before his death in 1980? Question 4. One of the most decisive engagements of the Napoleonic Wars. What 1805 battle saw the Grand Army of France defeat a much larger Russian and Austrian force? Number 4 again. One of the most decisive engagements of the Napoleonic Wars. What 1805 battle saw the Grand Army of France defeat a much larger Russian and Austrian force? Question number 5. What 1998 movie sees a laborer in a totalitarian society with a strict caste system fall in love with a princess, swap places with a soldier to win her affection, and eventually discover a legendary utopia? Number 5 again. What 1998 movie sees a laborer in a totalitarian society with a strict caste system fall in love with a princess, swap places with a soldier to win her affection, and eventually discover a legendary utopia? Question number 6. What New England Patriots tight end's career ended when he was convicted of murder in 2015? I'll read that one again. Number 6. What New England Patriots tight end's career ended when he was convicted of murder in 2015? And our final question of the night. What Polish site is now home to a museum and memorial visited by 2 million people annually? Number 7 again. What Polish site is now home to a museum and memorial visited by 2 million people annually? So I know some of those were tough questions. The category should give you a hint if there's any you're still thinking about. You got a couple of minutes, though, to get those answers filled out and turned in to me. Oh, and normally I make the first answer from our final round the coupon code for the week. We'll go ahead and do that again this week also, so keep that in mind. Question 1, the answer to question 1 for round 8 will be our promo code to get 10% off your next order. Don't go ahead and put in those orders just as soon as you hear the answer, because I'll need to go in our computer system and actually change that. I haven't done that yet, but that'll be done within 10 minutes or so of us ending tonight. 30 seconds or so to get those answers for our final round in. All right, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and get those answers in to me. Looks like they're all coming in now. I think I'm just waiting on one team's answer. So if you haven't got those in, go ahead and do that. There it is. Okay. No perfect scores that time, but we did have a couple of sixes out of 7. That's pretty good. We'll go over our answers here, and then we'll go over our final standings. Apparently taking a mid-game break keeps the lights on. Yeah, I guess so. Just somebody up and moving around in here keeps the lights on. Yeah, so here we go with our final answers here for round 8 from A to Z. Looks like everybody figured out the theme. All of these answers started with A and end with Z. There aren't that many words or titles or anything that end with Z, so this was a little bit of a tough category to write. Number 1, what island was home to Al Capone from 1934 to 1939? That is the prison island off the coast of San Francisco. I think everybody got this one. Alcatraz is the answer. Alcatraz. Number 2, Come On Babe, Why Don't We Paint the Town? Begin the lyrics to what opening number of the 1975 musical Chicago? That song is called All That Jazz. All That Jazz, or And All That Jazz. Number 3, what American portrait artist was the last person to professionally photograph John Lennon before his death in 1980? That photograph ended up on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. Well, I say ended up. It was taken for the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. She took a whole bunch of Rolling Stone photographs. Her name is Annie Leibovitz. Annie Leibovitz is the answer. Number 4, one of the most decisive engagements of the Napoleonic Wars. What 1805 battle saw the Grand Army of France defeat a much larger Russian and Austrian force? That was the Battle of Austerlitz. Austerlitz is the answer. Number 5, what 1998 movie sees a laborer in a totalitarian society with a strict caste system fall in love with a princess, swap places with a soldier to win her affection, and eventually discover a legendary utopia? A couple of teams put Aladdin's. That's not right, unfortunately. But it was an animated movie. It's called Ants. Ants was the name of the movie. It would have been too easy if they said they were bugs or something, but that's basically the story of the Woody Allen and Sharon Stone animated movie Ants. Number 6, what New England Patriots tight end's career ended when he was convicted of murder in 2015? His name is Aaron Hernandez. Aaron Hernandez. And our final question of the night, what Polish site is now home to a museum and memorial visited by 2 million people annually? We're talking about the grounds of what was a Nazi concentration camp there at Auschwitz. Auschwitz. I did not think about ending on a uplifting note or anything. Auschwitz is our final answer. That means that number 1 from that round, Alcatraz. Alcatraz is going to be the promo code for the night. So sometime between now and Sunday, go ahead and put an order in for carry out or delivery anywhere in the Columbus area and use Alcatraz to get 10% off that order. Hey, thanks everybody for playing. Oh, I didn't go over our final standings. You probably want to know who won, or at least you want to know if you won. Let's check with our leaderboard here. Third Wheel ended up in first place, 51 points. Congratulations to Third Wheel. I think that's their second win since we've been doing this, and that's that 5-6 weeks, something like that. Pinky Brain and Crew Fans tied for second place. So we had a tie for second place, and Third Wheel. Frank needs a buddy. Hank, Mike says. Yeah, we get some more eyes for the other tanks back there. There's googly eyes hidden in weird places all around here. That's one of Nate's things that he likes, is sticking eyes on stuff. Okay, well, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for playing. I hope everybody had fun. Don't forget to get your order in for next week. Go ahead and schedule that for pickup or delivery, and stay tuned for our social media pages or whatever. It's possible that we will be reopening the patio here. I'm not sure if it's going to happen this week or next week or the following week, but probably when the state of Ohio removes us, Franklin County, as a red county, we'll go ahead and reopening the patio. Still no service inside or anything when that happens. We're just going to do it outside only and wear masks and all that stuff and be as safe as we can. But anyway, keep an eye out for that. I don't want to make any promises, but it's probably coming soon. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night.